Hi, we're back live in Tartu in Startup 2014. This is our last night, so let's make it work. I have one of our mentors, Jean Maurice, here, and we will ask some interesting questions from him. So, to introduce himself a little bit, he's gonna tell you who exactly he is and what he does.
Hello guys, I'm Jean Maurice. I'm CEO and co-founder of Igloo Business Lab. It's an incubator that invests a team and our knowledge into startups. So basically we do not give cash, we invest our know-how and we help startups get from slides to MVP, to minimum viable product in the shortest possible time.
Can you tell us shortly about minimal viable product, what it exactly is and why do you need it?
I think the main thing I want to emphasize here that you should have minimum viable product, but many people think that minimum viable product is actually a product or a service. But in many cases, minimum viable product is an algorithm. It's something that you test it on some kind of audience, and it's not always a product. But why it's important? As soon as you get your minimum viable product on the market, you can offer it to someone. You can give it to your target audience and get a feedback, because the feedback will change everything. All the features, all the stuff that you imagined in your head that will be really in use for your customers, it will disappear. You will get totally different product since you were entered the market with MVP. That's why MVP is the first thing you need to think of. But again, it's not always a software, it's not always an app, it's not always something tastable. It could be just an algorithm, just some kind of basic rules or something else that you have tested on the audience. So go for MVP, that's the starting point for you.
Okay, thank you. Can you shortly tell us something about the design thinking as well in product development, maybe IT area?
Okay, design is a tough. How to say? Design is always tough, but the most popular mistake that people make while creating any product, they think they need a designer, and that's not always a must-have person in your team. Of course, if you do have a designer, that's cool. But if you don't, you can make actually MVP by yourself. Think of design not a visual way, not a way that you use backgrounds, icons, images. Think of design as a text. So basically, if you are reading a book, you are getting a message. The same stuff the same stuff happening when the user is reading, trying to understand what's said on your website, trying to figure out what this application actually doing, and design with text. Started with a good message, and everything else is kind of secondary. So you don't need a designer. You don't need even Photoshop. Just start designing in Excel. Create a grid, create a text blocks, and then you will see how it looks like. Because then you will get rid of all the garbage on the screen, and you'll get like only clear message. So design with text, and I think the text and good messaging, it is a design thinking. So all the other stuff, it's supplementary. So this is it.
Okay, that was really interesting. But can you tell us to think about product development in general, and seeing like we have so many startups, we have so many companies, or even like people who are trying to create companies, startups, then what are the biggest mistakes they usually do in product development for the IT area?
I think the leading and the biggest mistake that I've seen in my life, it's always choosing wrong people, because the product, the service you are working on, it's all about people. So if in your team you have a guy or a girl that doesn't fit there, get rid of her from day one, of him, of her, because it's all about people. If you want if you want to create your team with the best people you can ever get, you will never get your MVP ready. You will never figure out the go-to-market strategies. So working with the wrong people, suffering working with the wrong people, but kind of being afraid to fire them. We started together, blah blah blah. It always leads to bad results. So the people, your co-founders are key persons. And the second mistake, they are not doing MVP. So basically, they are trying to build a huge solution for, I don't know, millions of people from day one. Don't do it. It's wrong. So just make a small prototype. Just test it on 10 people, then test it on 20, then on 2,000, and that's the way to go. So people and not doing MVP. And of course, maybe the third mistake why many IT startups fail, they actually don't have any viable and trustable business models. So they think they will make money down the road, but they have no idea how. But you need to understand that startup is not about wasting investors' money, it's about making money for investors. And if you don't have any business model, any viable and trustable business model that you have tested within your MVP process, then you are screwed. So close the company.
I think this gives to our listeners something to think about. Okay, but going back to Startup 2014, what do you think, who is or who are our most promising teams and why exactly?
I think all 4 teams are really promising. I mean, not teams, but ideas and projects. They are all on different stages. That's why you kind of never know how it will evolve in time. But right now, I can kind of emphasize 2 teams that made a huge progress during those 2 days, actually 3 days. Okay, but the first team is Philosophy, of course. They pivoted their business model, they pivoted their go-to-market strategy, they pivoted almost everything. So basically the idea, the problem, they're still solving the same problem, but with totally different tools, with totally different approaches. And I think it's amazing because they, from the product that needs, they mentioned I think 450K they need in the next round, they kind of, right now they can get to the same point with I think 10 times less money. So it's already, like, I think it's already achievement for the team, and the team is really good. I mean, they have all the experiences they actually need. And the second team I want to kind of emphasize, it's of course Rewild or Wildart. They still haven't make the decision about naming, but if you remember on the first day it was a pitch about something that no one actually understood on the audience. It was, what are you doing, guys? You are doing something with wildlife. And the pitch they presented today, it was kind of like the first pitch was here, today's pitch was here, and there is a problem. There is they actually have a solution. I think all they need to figure out is a go-to-market strategy. They need to understand how to go to those Netherlands, Germany, UK, those big markets where this kind of services are really needed. Because imagine their value proposition, it's the process that took before the solution, it took from 2 to 6 months, now will take from 1 to 6 hours. So imagine just the difference, 2 months and 1 hour, or 6 months and 6 hours. So it's amazing, I think. So and of course 5 cents, they are doing good, but they are still too very early. They don't have even prototype. So I'm not sure how they will evolve, but they are passionate about the idea. So I think everything will be good. And Backive, I think they're the only team that actually have a solution, but they don't know how to message this solution. So I hope they will figure out how to message, how to bring this message to a customer, and they will figure out who the actually customer is. But all 4 startups done a lot of work, and I'm happy that we actually could help them. So.
Okay, thank you really much, Sean. So we will keep you updated about our startups, our mentors, and everything that's going on. So stay tuned in Operation Startup 2 Observation. We will keep you updated. Thank you.